But our age, they be looking for us.
You get a 40-year mortgage. I'll fool you. I ain't gonna do that.
You know what though? They got insurance for that.
They got some shit.
Early.
Put insurance on my ass to pay off the just in case I cook.
Yeah, they do that. They do that to make sure.
Give you some tag real good. Let me share shit.
Yes, sir.
Why's my internet not working anymore?
What's up, everybody? It's the Fios TYZ1.
Let me see.
The Fios TYZ. That's ours.
Fios TYZ1M.
Yeah. Is it? You got the password, Karen?
Yeah.
It's Fios TYZ1M5.
Yeah, the 5. I think 1M. Hold on, she's gonna give you the password. What's up, everybody? What the hell?
If I show you one, it's really
Peace. What's up, everybody? I know the storage is almost full. Leave me alone. She's gonna take a picture of it and give it to you. What's up to everybody? What's up? That's my man. Y'all don't. If y'all do not know who this man is, y'all need to turn y'all computers off. Y'all need to know, because when your computer is on, if you don't see his face, is your computer really even on? Is his face really on?
This guy's he's my hero.
You need
syndicated in over 100 countries.
236.
Pardon fucking me.
Oh, 242? I'm sorry.
Okay.
242.
Every time he goes somewhere, they give him an award or a plaque.
I was just corrected. What's up, Anthony? Musa, Thomas, Andre Jarrell.
Zoo, ZOO, 8040. Wax.
WAX.
Yeah.
Wax.
Yes.
We're gonna keep it funky. What's up, everybody? Joseph Crooms. Peace to everybody.
They trying to connect me. I don't need to.
While they over there getting their connection on, it's just something that's been on my. And I might have mentioned it. I might have said something about it before. I'm just gonna mention it again. Get rid of anybody that's hanging on the fringes of your life. Anybody that's hanging on the outer edges, just not contributing. Even if they contribute, if they're not contributing enough to carry their own weight. If they're not contributing enough to carry their own weight, get rid of them.
Yeah. This woman over here, she got on some blue bodysuit. 33% erect.
I have to put on the red one. At least 50 by now.
33%.
You slipping.
See, I know I'm not going to get any, so I'm not going to waste an erection. 33% is good enough.
Okay, you had that conversation.
You're not going to get a 33%.
That's enough.
That's max, but that's like 100.
No, I just want to waste an erection and not getting any.
Yeah, that's.
You're wasting a full stiffy.
Right. You don't want it wasted.
Yeah, don't want to waste it.
So this
now
is.
She said, meet me in the back. 80%.
There's a lot of back.
Hello.
I was talking anyway. Hey, what's up? Okay, now we were talking last week real quick. First of all, what's up to everybody on Facebook? Is this? No, I don't think they did. Like someone who smokes. That's asking for someone who smokes. Not sure what that means, Musa. Can you give me some more context? Because I don't know what that means. Now, I did something. We were talking last week. We were talking about the When They See Us. I just want to say this real quick because I think I'm the only person here who watched it because I did something real stupid. If you have Netflix, you know that Oprah Winfrey did an interview with the cast of When They See Us. She had the what they're calling now the Exonerated Five as opposed to the Central Park Five. And she had Ava DuVernay and some of the producers and stuff from there. The reason I'm bringing it up, and I'm getting ready to, we're going to talk to my dad, Steve, in a second. The only reason I'm bringing it up is because of what one of the young men said. Because I had been saying, like, did anybody see it? And people say, like, I don't want to see it. Like, it's too sad. And what Kevin said, one of the young five, what Kevin said was,
trying to kick it.
Because they asked, like, wasn't it painful that you had to go through this again, trying to do this documentary? He's like, yeah, it was painful, but it was necessary. So if they can live through all of that again, You can live through it for a few minutes. Hi, y'all. I'm sneaking watching while at work. Iris. I love Iris. How are you?
Hey, Iris.
So we talking to my man. This is my man, Steve. He is the original Scumbag. We had Scumbag Chronicles, Scumbag Chronicles 1 and 2.
Now we're on 3.
Now we're on 3, which is Reloaded. Is it Reloaded? Or it's not Reloaded. It's just 3. Reborn. I know it was a re.
I'm about to scrap that and do 4. 4's coming up.
4's coming up already?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What happened? Okay. We're going to take it step by step. First of all, tell them where your show is, where they can find it, where they can see your show.
On A Squad Rebel Radio in Bloomfield, New Jersey. Big Zay, Andre McCray on the station. They gave me a voice. And I have no show without you, people who support me. You're my voice. You're my inspiration. Adult talk, adult entertainment, quality entertainment. I cuss a lot, you know what I'm saying? But we have a lot of fun. Secondly, it's a way for me to unleash a lot of my insecurities and a lot of my thought process on the planet Earth. A lot of times when I'm talking about me, I'm also talking about you, because I'm not the only one.
Get in.
So, but I like, this is my hero here. My broadcasting journalistic hero. I'm trying to get his status. Syndicated in over 242 countries. God damn.
Listen, we just trying to do some things. We trying to talk to y'all for a minute. That's all we trying to do.
He's a host. He's a visionary entrepreneur. And every time I see him, he gets an award. He gets his respect. One thing I like, they get his man his flowers while he can smell them. Don't wait till he's dead and tell him how great he is. Tell him today, goddammit.
Which is why you are here, because we are here to tell you how great you are.
I'm trying to get there. I'm on your coattails, man.
Listen. You got on a whole different jacket, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the style. I'm loving the whole style. And I just need to introduce real quick, just Joy on the end.
Hey, friends. I'm not a stranger. You guys are all family. Good to see you again.
That's what's up. And we are here now. Your platform is completely different. Y'all have so much fun. I love watching your show. Y'all take topics and headlines, and you have segments and everything. What's the ask a scumbag?
Can we curse?
Yeah, this is the internet.
I got a lot of new topics. I got to ask a scumbag where I give advice.
Mm-hmm.
Also got fuck you scumbag where you can write in. You can say fuck you to me, your baby daddy, your family. You stay anonymous unless you want me to say your name. And we're going to do scumbag of the week, where we pick somebody who's extraordinary and we praise them and let them know how great they are. Give them their roses while they can smell them.
I know that's
scumbag
right.
of the week.
What made you want to do journalism?
I talk a lot of shit, and this guy said you could take topics and you could put them in a perspective that we need that's refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
And he had believed in me, and I said, okay, let's do it. And then when I talked to you about it, you told me if I need something, call you up and you'll help me. And that's how it's been ever since. Thanks, Mom. You hooked me up. It say error occurred.
It just said connected under the one that I did, sir.
Yes.
Correct yourself.
We good? Y'all all right? What's up? DJ Cole,
I can put the Wi-Fi in and he gonna point to me talk about it. Say no, but you connected though. Stuff started coming in too.
Okay, now I have to share this to my page because we share everything. Supporting us is free. We don't ask you to buy dinners, t-shirts, albums, none of that shit.
I asked you about t-shirts.
Support us is free. All we ask you to do is see this little thing I did right there? Share the shit.
Real simple.
Share it.
Real simple.
The more views, the more we can do. Share
the sound is a little too much. Is that what it is? Let me turn it down.
I can read what you read.
Wait a second. I'll put.
What's the name of your show, Mama?
The Outlet Radio Show right here on GS Radio.
I need an outlet.
Well, anybody can be the plug.
So I'm hoping that. Please tell me if the sound is still too much for you guys. I want to talk to you.
Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot. Hoes all want me.
Oh, thank you for the.
I got you.
You said hoes all okay.
I said back then, hoes. Mike Jones. That's what I said.
Mike. If anybody can tell me how to get rid of this ad update shit that's on everything now, please. Huh? Yeah. You know how to do that? Oh, okay. Because it's killing me.
Cash know how to do it.
Can I introduce y'all to our newest producer over here? We got Cash over here with Tanya Champagne. What's up to everybody? All right. Now,
yes, we are.
I was getting ready to do the sisters are doing it for themselves, but that whole thing, but
that's because
you know,
so empowering and stuff like that.
I am, you know how I just try and do the the thing. But what I really appreciate about your forum and the information that you bring is, I don't know how many people know, but you're in education.
Yeah.
And how many years have you been in? The look on his face like, yeah. This is who y'all kids, this is what happens, this is who y'all send y'all kids to during the day. So make sure you watch this show and share it with all your friends who have kids right now. Now, I'm sorry, go ahead.
About 22 years I've been,
Wow.
Helping get these little kids right. We got a lot of punk ass parents out there. You send your kids to me, I straighten them out for you.
It's still too loud.
Well, I get paid.
How was that, Danny? Is that a little better?
Danny said it's too loud.
Yeah, I took the land of the mic out here. Very much so. Now I don't know, did you watch any of the specials on Netflix, the R. Kelly, the Michael Jackson?
I watched it.
Did you?
I watched it. I was very disappointed.
From what standpoint?
From R. Kelly, I was disappointed that they would take a man like that and tear him down. And a lot of people besides R. Kelly ought to be in jail.
Mm-hmm.
If I see you with a 14-year-old girl and I don't say anything, I'm complicit.
Yeah.
I have no right to complain 15 years later.
Right.
Because the cash cow is no longer around. And with Michael Jackson, it was disrespectful how Oprah Winfrey took somebody who was allegedly her friend in the 90s when he was hot, and now she's going to destroy him. Oprah Winfrey is a social climber. That's why I don't trust her. She's a social climber. Now she got the five guys up there. She's social climbing. She destroyed Michael Jackson. We came down on her. She removed it. Now she's social climbing with the Central Park Five because they're hot right now. And then, I don't trust Oprah Winfrey. I don't trust nobody. You've been in journalism and TV for 40 years, and I don't know your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your cousins, nobody you went to high school with. I know nothing about you, but you've been on TV all my life. Mm-hmm. So you're definitely hiding something that I don't trust.
I'm jumping because I want to know who remember Michael Jackson?
Well, Oprah Winfrey, she tried to do that documentary, put some smut on his name. The man's been found innocent. I'm sorry, he's been found guilty.
I didn't know who she was going to produce.
Even the FBI couldn't find anything on Michael Jackson. But Oprah's going to open up the case back up after this man's been dead and buried, embarrass him. And then when the backlash comes from the black community, she's going to remove it. Oprah Winfrey is a social climber. You got to watch people like that. She's a social climber.
Well, like you said, anybody who's been in journalism for that long.
You know nothing about her personally.
I know stuff about her.
Yeah, you probably do.
I know plenty of stuff about her.
Well, that's a journalist. But
I mean, do we know, I guess we know my answer publicity case, but there are a lot of journalists who it's their job and their responsibility to report our stories, not necessarily.
condolences to Gloria Vanderbilt, by the way.
Oh my word. Everybody run out to Marshalls. You
Stop
can still, and guess what? When Nipsey Hussle passed away, they ran up to his website, got his clothes. Miss Vanderbilt still got a couple of pairs of them skinny jeans with the little swan on the back at Marshalls. That's all I'm saying, right?
Did you say Mr.?
Miss
Oh, okay.
Vanderbilt. Yeah, she still got some different.
I would have to see you.
I don't know what's happening over there. Any of that whole situation. But because you work in education, there was one thing that I talked about it last week, having to do with those documentaries. One of the things that I noticed commonality was the parents. Now you just said something earlier when we started the show. You said there's a whole bunch of punk ass parents out there. And when I looked at the documentaries with Michael Jackson and R. Kelly, even the when they see this documentary, one of the commonalities that I noticed was the parents. Parents who kind of responded in the same way to authority. Parents who I don't know, they just really dropped the ball in so many different ways, in so many different areas. In the area of education, because we also are going to bring some other education people in education.
I saw them people, they were boring the hell out of me too. They were boring. I was watching, it was like, yes, we're not going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it from an ADD standpoint. We're going to put you.
Well, that's kind of what I asked her for, which was why I asked you to come that day too.
We got to put some dope in it.
So, all right.
Because I deal with some kids who have alleged disorders. But when they get in my classroom, they seem to know how to act.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. I got children in my class.
We've had them. We've had them.
But we've also had this conversation. This is for them. Yeah. Because people don't believe that a lot of times. And I think, who was I just talking about? There's a difference in the way that kids respond to, now maybe I'm reading this wrong. Is there a difference in the way that you think kids respond to men versus women or what?
What do you think the difference
I think it's a difference in the way they respond to who mean what they say. You can't go in there with a child and don't mean what you say. I enforce my mark, I mean what I say, I'm consistent, and I will get in your ass. And I notice these children who allegedly have these attention deficit disorders or these IEPs where they want to get violent with other teachers, they've never pulled that with me.
That's interesting that you bring that up because I have worked with a couple of people who have been labeled oppositional defiant, but I don't see that as too many problems with them. Like you said, it's about. I also think it's not just about. We won the jackpot. It's also about them knowing that we don't believe the diatribe. Them knowing that we're not subscribing to what people put on them. Knowing that I see you as Jamal and not Jamal with ABB. Knowing that even if you got ABB, like you said, I got the skills from way back there from my ancestors to straighten you all the way out.
I'm sorry.
Oppositional defiance disorder?
Joy works in a group home. Many diagnoses. We used to work for the same group home. Many diagnoses come across the door, and I've always had the same mindset, I guess, as you. If you keep consistent and you mean what you say with a kid, you will have so much less of that.
Because if they're really diagnosed to that extent, they shouldn't be in a populated classroom that way. If they're to that point where they don't understand authority, don't respect authority, why put the professionals through that and have them risk their certificate, risk their job, and the safety of the other students in the classroom? No one can learn with this child losing their mind. So why would you put a child in that setting to fail and to have other students fail and to have the teacher fail? It's a setup from the door. So if this child really has oppositional defiance disorder, why are you setting everyone up in that classroom to fail? That's what it is. It's a setup. You're going to put them in here with me, give me an IEP. I'm wasting my time doing all these skills to get him right. Meanwhile, these children are losing valuable educational time. I'm losing educational time because I what you need done. My children are failing and the school is failing. But no one wants to talk about that. You want to put them in my classroom and I'm supposed to do magic. Then I put my foot in his ass. My certificate's on the line and I got to go to jail now. It's all a setup for failure because somebody's not doing their job. If them children are really to the point where they need that much help, they shouldn't be in a general population classroom. They should be in a small setting, squeezing the ball, in a small occupational therapy setting where they can get the attention they need. But when they come in my classroom, they do what I tell them to do, and they got two choices. You do it the easy way, or you do it the hard way, but you're going to do it. And I got enough hard way to last all year.
I have a question. For how do you quantify that?
What do you mean?
When you have a kid who is outside of a classroom like yours,
Right.
They in this such and such classroom, they act in a fucking monkey.
Right.
They get into your classroom,
Right.
they smooth the whole day.
Right.
How do you show that on paper so that the powers that be can see that we need to reevaluate this? How is that in the school system as it is right now? How is that handled, first of all?
It's impossible to show it on paper because I don't do what the people say do. I lock my classroom and I do what I know works.
Okay.
I'm in the battle zone. So you can't come from your battle zone and tell me what to do in my zone. If you haven't been in this classroom grinding with these children every day, you can't come from your office and tell me what works because you haven't tried. So you'll give me a IEP and say, these are the things you try. Why am I going to experiment on this kid and try something? Meanwhile, I'm wasting time trying this, and then when it doesn't work, you give me something else to try. When that doesn't work, I got to try this. Now it's me as a failure because you gave me three suggestions to try. None of them work. Now I look like a failure. But these are all experiments because where are the statistics that say this works? I know it works. I take your IEP. I say, thank you, Mr. Jones. When you shut the door, I get dead in that little kid's ass. I force him to know who's the boss. You do what I tell him to do. You sit his ass down, and we have a wonderful year after that. And then you come and see that child and say, oh, he's doing so well. And I make you believe what you told me worked so you can get out my face. But I know it worked. I got this ass, period. Let's have a nice
Listen, let's have a conversation today. I need y'all to share this video right now. If you haven't already done so, please share the video. What's up, Pamela, Naima, Nigel, Donald Thomas? Oh, Maria's in here. Tracy Evans, my man Shadid. Hey, Lala Rainey, Linda Hobson, Stephen, everybody, Francis, Reed Parker, everybody who joined us, share the video right now. We got my man, the Scumbag from Scumbag Chronicles. we gonna talk about a whole bunch of stuff right now because this is. I don't think I've ever said this to you. You actually one of my heroes. I love the way you move, period, in life, not just in radio. Like for real. Yes. The YouTube is here right there. So what's up to everybody on YouTube? We're gonna try to get that closer, but I need y'all to pay attention to this conversation right now because we're talking about education. We live right here, right now with my man Steve, the scumbag from Scumbag Chronicles on 8 Squad Rebel Radio. You do not want to miss this. And if you are watching it live right now, I need you to share the video, share it on every single platform it is that you have, because this is information that, you know, a lot of times we are looking for something that we can put on paper to try to present to somebody in order to get the solution. But the solution for what we're trying to work on right about now isn't on paper, like he just said. Now, I had this idea, and I think I told it to my producer at one point, and I've been trying to get it to the people who could enact it, but I don't know if it's a viable idea. Maybe it's something that you can tell me, because I believe that we need more of you.
Oh, okay.
No, for real. Like, but I'm not the only one who believes that. You always hear we need more young black men in school. We need, we need more strong.
We more black men to mean what they say.
Then there's that.
We don't need no black men just to be. We need them to mean what they say. Honestly, understand that these black kids need an education, and it's my responsibility to take them to the next level and mean it.
Now, how come we don't have, with all these charter schools, how come we don't have an educational charter school for young black men in the city?
Because what they want to do is they don't want that. They want a charter school where they can make money. It's not all about education, but a lot of these charter schools is about making money. They got all the bells, they got all the whistles, and they got all the kids who want to learn. But that's great. If you give me all the best kids you got, of course I'm going to have the best situation. But if you give me kids from Peshawar Avenue, kids whose mother's been on crack, kids who've been abused, kids who have oppositional defiance disorder, kids whose mother worked 2-3 jobs and they under their little brother and their cousins, kids who might not have had a meal since last night, you put them in my class, I tell them they got to read my class. And even though they're working through these stressors, and I got to make sure they learn, make sure they fed, make sure they have social, emotional, make sure they get a hug, make sure they know somebody love them, make sure they know somebody care, and you're going to respect my structure in my classroom, then we can move forward and have a great year. But they need somebody who they can look at and say, this person cares about me. And let me tell you something, discipline shows a child that you love them. Anytime you let a child do what they want, you don't care about that child.
Let's just say that one more again, because there's some people in some cheap motherfucking seats who really don't understand that concept.
Yeah, discipline shows that you care about a child. You let a child do whatever they want to do, you don't care about that goddamn child. When you put your foot in the child's ass, that shows that child that you care. They're going to have to respect authority, and we're going to move forward. That's what children need in education. Because education is all about test scores and books and learning. It's about social emotional development. You have to know how to behave in front of a man. You have to know who's the authority and who needs to fall in line. You're the soldier, I'm the general. We have to know what the hierarchy is. These kids are out of control because they have no structure and they don't respect authority. I'm authority, goddammit. And you're going to respect me, or we're going to have a disagreement, and you're going to lose.
I'm always going to be the winner.
Yeah.
I'm always going to be the winner.
We right now picking out the I want. You heard me?
No, really, like you hear these things coming up, like kids respond differently. They need a man in the house, and that wasn't something like, I'm not a person who subscribes to the notion that only a man can raise another man. Like there are plenty of women out there doing it, and congratulations, shout out, applause. But there are some things that only a man is going to, or only some people receive from other people, period. If, like you said, if you're a person who is committed to what you're saying and you believe what it is that you're saying, and the child knows that, and you're consistent with it, that's the way that you're going to teach this, that's the way that you're going to get through to this child. Shout out to Resolve. Shout out to Maurice Howard and Elliot Porter. Thank y'all for joining us
tonight.
Please share the video with my man. We here with my man Steve. What's the number to call? 973-330-5455. To call in. Come on, Resolve. I know you got a question. Maria Hawkins, we thank you for sharing the video. Everybody else, Desiree, Rob, what's going on, baby? How are you? Much love and appreciation. If you have any questions, you can put them in there, or you can call 973-330-5455. Resolve said, love seeing my brothers doing big things and collaborating together. Congratulations. We love you.
Respect.
My dude, I see you out there with your clothing line and everything. We having you. Yeah, you shoot me an inbox when you're available on a Tuesday and able to come down here so we can talk about some things because you got some things going on.
Yeah.
But education, like I'm always going to talk about education on this show because I can walk right out this door and see where we have failed a lot of people.
That's right. And then, like I said, a lot of times it's not that the teachers don't care. You got some teachers, they've just been worn out. They've been worn out by the parents, worn out by the children, worn out by the curriculum, worn out by the administration. They've been worn out. Instead of setting these teachers up for failure, set them up for success. Set the students up for success. This student really needs that much help. Get them the help they need in a small population where they can thrive and understand what's expected of them. Don't put them in a class with a general population where I got behavior problems, scholars, geniuses, jocks, people who don't get it, and I got you destroying my whole classroom.
Right.
It's not going to work. You're not going to get a good result from that. But if you put them in my classroom, trust me, it's going to get down. Like my mother said, I'm going to get the butter from the duck.
Wow.
I don't, in my classroom, I don't play.
So let's talk about ways to, what is it that needs to be, let's start from the ground up. What is it that needs to be re-implemented when they're starting to classify the kids to go into certain classrooms?
Well, the classification definitely has to start from what's really going on with this child, what's going on in his background, how does this child respond to authority, and who's the authority that the child is responding to. The thing that I notice with children, what you say, opposition defiance disorder.
I didn't make that up. You keep looking at me hard when I say that. I'm just telling you what I've heard.
I noticed with that opposition, with opposition defiance disorder, it's very selective. They know who to do that with, and they know who not to do it with. So how can that be a diagnosis if it's selective? Now, if I meet a kid who goes crazy and they meet, and whoever they meet, they don't care, they go crazy on them. Okay, this child needs to be somewhere where that can be explored and dealt with. That's not a general population classroom situation. And if you're in the hierarchy, you got these PhDs, you should know that already. You should already know that this child cannot function here, and these children excel, and this teacher be a success. You should know that from the door. Once you bring that child in that classroom and he has this IEP, you should say, whoa, this teacher is not going to exceed, and these children are going to lose educational time. Let me put this child somewhere where they can be a success. That's what needs to be done, number one. Once you put that child in the general pop, he's not going to succeed. The teacher's not going to succeed, and the students aren't going to succeed. Because they're going to get tired of watching you spend all your time with this one child, and they give me homework that I really don't understand, and then I'm supposed to pass your test when you didn't teach me because you're wasting so much time with him. It's not a successful situation, and the people at the top will recognize that and know that from the beginning. You don't have a PhD in education for nothing, do you?
Right. Results say get back to ass with
I'm with it.
Word.
Hey, Luana.
I'm not saying I whoop ass,
Right, we can't say that.
but I'm not saying
Ain't no way you ain't there.
Well, I can say
I
it.
just busy.
Working professionals are real professional in their job, and they do things without corporal punishment because they're taught techniques
That's
to
right.
get kids to focus.
That's what I
And
use.
that's what they are saying.
I use
Yes.
the focus techniques.
Focus. That's what we're saying.
And they definitely get the hint.
Yeah. So when it comes to the administration, because they're classifying these kids. There we go. But it pauses the video. It's an ad that pops up, but it pauses the video. So I don't. If y'all are seeing that, I apologize. I'm gonna work this out by next week. And we have somebody for that. That's what that is. Okay, I'm gonna give them cash after. I apologize. When it comes to the administration, they're doing this for a reason. They said that when we talked to Kiata, when we talked to Shakira, they said that a lot of the reason is money, because kids who are classified bring more money into the district.
Most definitely. But it also costs money when you classify a kid and send them away from the district. The district are responsible. If I have a classification, that child has to go to another district. The district has to pay for that. So they would rather keep the child in district to save that money. And what's a better way to do that? Make you an inclusion teacher. You're not trained for inclusion, but yet you're an inclusion class. Now what that means is you got children who focus like me and children who need a little extra attention in the same classroom together, but I haven't been trained to deal with the inclusion part of the behavior, the deficit disorder. So So now I'm dealing with the children I know how to teach, and I'm dealing with children who are included. And the class is not going to succeed if I'm not trained properly, if I'm not allowed to do what I know works, and if I'm not allowed to step with these children with authority the way I know how to. If I have to use your little techniques and what does somebody say, handle with care, if I have to use positive reinforcement against negative behavior, it's not going to work.
Dr. Maurice Howard Jr., he says, this is Dr. Maurice Howard Jr., PhD. I'm watching for the second time, and I must say I'm enjoying and your content. God bless and power to the people.
You got damn right, Doc.
Doctor, you in education, or what field are you in? Because if you are in a field that has to do with this topic, I would really like some more insight from your perspective. So if so, you could call in 973-330-5455 to call in if you if this is your area of expertise and you want to add some information to this conversation. I would really greatly appreciate it. Thank you for your comment.
I want to jump in right quick, if you don't mind.
Hello.
Shout out to Luana because I'm loving everything she's talking about.
Luana
I
Powell?
was trained, yes, sir.
Yeah,
I was
'cause she's
trained
like-
to handle with care. I have some education and experience with in their educational system.
Mhm.
They taught us handle with care. It's not effective for several reasons.
Now tell us what handle with care is to everybody who's not a professional.
Handle with care is a set of techniques that is largely employed in districts like North, where they teach you what they feel like are defensive techniques. So like a hands-on program, let's say, would do a takedown a certain way. I'm like, kid goes down, right?
Mm.
But handle with care is more about not hurting them while you try to take them down gently, like a type of a situation, or like how to deflect certain behaviors if they're coming at you. But it's not effective because if you know anything about children with real mental health diagnoses, they strong. So you could try to handle Jimmy with care if you want to, but he's gonna take your ass out on the way down. But also like the one I was talking about, and speaking of the inclusion model, the importance of a paraprofessional, or the importance of the aid, because like you said, while you're spending all of your valuable education time on this behavior, not only is the rest of the class suffering, but that kid is not learning also. So paras are super important. Shout out to all the paras and aides. I know paras is a better word than aid, but shout out to all the paras in the system who try to help strong, badass people like you, especially in the inclusion model.
Well, thank you. Shout out to Shonda Trent, Charlene, Rock Anthony for joining us. So you were saying that it doesn't work.
No.
And why doesn't it work?
Well, for several reasons. The first reason I feel like handle with care doesn't work is because if a child is at the point, or a person is at the point where they're becoming physical with you, you can't handle that with no care. You gotta handle it with a handle. Like you gotta handle it. I can't deflect a child who is at 7 or 8 or 9 in their mental state or in their physical state, or they're violent and aggressive. I can't push your arm behind you to try to keep you from getting on me or getting on the rest of the kids. And like Steve said, it's about discipline. Handle with care is a technique that might work with certain other children and other populations, but with York, we have to handle our kids with a different kind of care. Not necessarily a whoop-ass situation, although I'm with that too, but we handle our students and our children and our families and our communities a little rougher anyway. We gotta kind of give them a little bit extra anyway. So handle with care is like, and then like you said, after you learn that I can't touch you, or I can only take you down with like a move with my foot, you're gonna be handling me with care. You already know how to get over that. You know, like where I used to work, we had a hands-off program. I can't touch them at all, so I can't take them down, can't handle with care, none of that. And they know that, and they use that. So even with handle with care, if a kid knows you can't take them down, all you can do is like block yourself. That's not gonna work for nobody. If they want to kick your ass, if they can, they going to. It's not gonna happen.
Steve?
She's absolutely right. I mean, it's like the old slave idiom. You beat me up and I march and say we shall overcome. That's not going to work. We have to overcome on that ass. One thing, if you run up on me, you might run up on a nutcase. And you take a swing on me, I'm going to definitely have you understand that physically you're at a disadvantage. And that punch is going to cost you. Now, I may not go all out on you,
Right.
but you will understand the brute force that I possess, and you will understand that this is an avenue that you might want to give some careful consideration to. Attacking me might not be in your best interest, So any child they would definitely have to give careful consideration before attempting to attack me.
Now, in all you've been teaching for 22 years, not necessarily something that's happened to you personally, but something that you may have heard about or experienced.
You so cute.
Yeah. You
Nothing
like that?
happens.
Did you like that?
It wasn't you personally.
Did y'all like that?
You did it.
I'm not
I
necessarily-
gave it away, but you did good.
Yeah, I was trying. I was trying. You know, we gonna work on that. Y'all leave me alone. Work that out. Stay with me. So, that you may have heard about, perhaps, that has happened with like a kid getting out of control to the like it's an uncontrollable kid, not necessarily that got hurt or something like that, but where you see like that diagnosis in that kid's eyes, where it's truly that. Tell us about that.
Well, there was a situation that I allegedly heard about,
Mm-hmm.
maybe,
Yeah.
urban legend, that there was a child, fourth grader, definitely, the cheese allegedly slid off this child's cracker. And the child was definitely having his way throughout the school until there was this one teacher who will remain nameless. Yeah, I don't even know who the staff was. They were in the building, so I assume they were a teacher.
Right.
And for some strange reason, this fourth grader and this teacher met.
Mm-hmm.
And the fourth grader said, okay, action. And then the teacher said, yeah, I've been waiting for this. And once that little student went into his act and took a swing at the teacher, the teacher allegedly, I don't even know if it was a teacher, the faculty person who was in the school.
Mm-hmm.
When the student took a swing, the teacher was very equipped. His hip game was so deluxe as he moved into
You showed the man?
Deluxe dip.
When I heard it, it was the one.
As he was just so deluxe with his acumen, the student threw one punch and moved him when the teacher grabbed him and picked him up and let him fall on his back, and then picked him up and let him fall on his back again, and then picked him up and had him.
You can't tell these stories. Talk about the
But I'm just saying, I just saw how equipped this teacher was. I mean the fluidity of how the teacher subdued this alleged student. And once that student understood what time it was, I heard the student start apologizing.
Really?
I apologize.
What the hell you say?
Sit down.
This kid that was out of control the entire day,
Apologize.
every other staff person they encountered said that they were out of control. This student has a definite diagnosis in the DSM-5R, allegedly, and encountered one
Alleged
staff member.
Urban legend.
Urban legend. This is what had happened allegedly. Allegedly encountered this staff member.
Right.
Had this interaction.
Yeah.
And apologized.
And then this student was so strict and so loving and so enforceful with the student.
Mm-hmm.
It got to the point where the mother would come to the school and say, hey, I'm going to let this alleged teacher know how you're behaving at home. And the student would straighten up at home.
Wow.
And this student and this teacher had such a rapport of respect and determination that allegedly now this student has turned themselves around.
Their entire life around, huh?
Yeah.
So in essence, this alleged faculty member was able to overcome the alleged diagnosis, is what it sounds like.
And to make it so more important, the student overcame it. And
How about that?
And it was in the student's best interest.
To overcome.
But the student couldn't,
Couldn't
from what I understand, the student really couldn't cope with the pressure anymore. The pressure was too much.
The pressure of what?
The pressure of this alleged faculty member on his behind.
Oh,
It was too much
that
pressure.
So you just decided to square your
And
ass away.
the student did some calculation in his mind and said, you know what? I don't need this pressure.
I'm not gonna win.
So homework, behavior, everything changed, and this student was able to go through the fourth grade without incident.
Listen, I listen to this and I say this. A lot of people bring people into the world that they're not ready to bring all the way up. If you know that there's some deficits in your spirit, in your character, in your personality that make teaching or well-rounding another human being and a possibility for you alone, you might want to implore some other people. You might want to bring some other people into your cycle. You might want to create a village so that you can raise this this child a little more well-rounded. Because if your energy is not enough to command what he just described, you might need a little bit of help. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Please don't believe, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. What I'm saying is take evaluation and fill in the necessary gaps so that this doesn't have to happen at school. You can get this done at home. And this way your kid goes to school and have a good day.
That's right.
And just come to home and do their homework and y'all chill.
I'm telling you, with certain teachers in school,
Because that's the other part I was going to ask you, but I want you to go ahead.
with my students, it's a pressure game. And my torture model is unrunnable. You're either gonna do what I tell you to do, or you're gonna do what I tell you to do with me standing on your back.
That's how I feel about my
So,
son. Like, real talk.
You're either gonna do it, or you're gonna do it. So it's in your best bet just to do it.
Just do it.
Because it's gonna get done. So just don't give yourself any extra unnecessary pressure.
Yourself, not me, because I'm
Yes.
good.
Before I ask my next question, I want to read the comments. Lawanda Powell said, I honestly think kids know who to try it on and who they can push and who they can't. Yeah, they feel that. They know. Actually, it's not even that they got to feel it. You show them.
Yeah, they know not to push me.
After you tell them something one time and don't follow up with it, they automatically know. And Dr. Maurice Howard Jr., he said, my PhD is in humanist spiritual psychology, master's in sports management, BSU, and BIS in psychology. For now, just a concerned citizen. I appreciate you loving people in North, especially. Oh man, that is so cool.
Salute, Doc. You got a lot of letters with you.
Absolutely. He got all the alphabets. I like it.
I like that too.
I know that's right. If I had the time.
Master's in sports management. With a PhD is in humanist spiritual psychology.
Humanist spiritual psychology.
I would like to get some spiritual psychology.
I want to be like you when I grow up, but we're gonna continue this conversation. Other teachers, when they encounter your students versus their students, there's a couple of conversations I'm sure that happen. One is, how do you do that?
Yeah.
And what can you say to your colleagues?
I just tell them, man, just lay it down. I just let them know what the rules are, and the children fall in line.
And they say bullshit. What really happened?
And I just that's all
I
I just tell them, no.
There's teachers and then there's teachers.
Some
educators.
Yeah, some teachers I like when I let them send their alleged problems to my classroom because I like them.
Right.
If this, if he's acting up a little too much, send him on over. You know what I'm saying? Let me have a conversation with him. And after I have a conversation with him, he'll come back to you and he'll apologize. And then I'll come in and check on him. And then I'll bring him back to my classroom for a refresher course. And then when I bring him back to you, he'll apologize. And then you just say, would you like me to speak to Mr. McCaster? He says, hey. Would you say page 12?
Right.
And that's how I work with the teachers I like.
What's up, Malik?
So it's definitely a pressure game. I don't mind.
You just walk around with pressure on everybody. Just pressure on everything.
You gotta put pressure.
But listen, when there's only one road, nobody get lost.
Hello.
And when you have little kids, that's the problem. See, y'all give them too many roads. They don't know how to read directions yet. They don't know how to read this road map. They don't know that blue line is a river. It's not actually the road no more. It stopped. They don't know you. They need you to show them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Maurice? Assalamualaikum. We're still continuing the conversation with education. This is Scumbag. My man Steve, the Scumbag from Scumbag Chronicles, 8 Squad Rebel Radio. We're moving into the second hour right now. So if you have any questions, first of all, if you're just joining us, thank you. We need you to share the video right now. And you can call in if you have any questions. 973-330-5455 is the number to call in. We all have Dr. Howard in the room. I know he didn't want that attention, but I like it when we have people who can join in the conversation, listen to the conversation, and appreciate the fact that we're bringing the conversation. So I just wanted to say that. If you were the principal of a school, right, and you had to do,
I'm sorry, can I just jump in?
Absolutely.
Why are you not the principal of the school?
he didn't know. And that's something that I know. That's why I didn't ask that question, because there's one thing that I noticed. Oftentimes, the people most equipped for the job do not want that job because they know what that job comes with.
The principal, one day you could be a principal one day, and you could be back in the classroom the next year. So it's not the stability of a principal. Like when I was coming up, we had a principal forever.
35 years.
Now principals are so interchangeable, and the paperwork is so crazy, and you got to be responsible for so many teachers' paperwork. I don't need that kind of pressure.
I know that's right. You want to leave the job when you leave the job.
Bingo.
Yeah.
me further than ed specialist in my career because when you come to coordinator and you come to director,
It's a lot, and they ask a lot.
you can't pay me.
No.
You can't pay me enough. And like you said, my hands are tied now. I can't move how I used to move. I can't get it done how I want to. So I can definitely do that.
It's a completely different thing. I remember when we were in school, our teachers had a lot of autonomy. And the things that I remember the most are the things that weren't in the book. We had teachers that would sit and talk to us about things that happened that, weren't outlined, or if they began to tell the lie.
And they had teachers that'll curse you out.
Oh my God, yeah.
And teachers that'll set you straight.
That was first period.
Right.
No, seriously.
Oh, I went to the sacrament. You ain't gotta tell me.
Listen.
I sit with my hands folded in my car sometimes.
Anybody from our side watching this video right now, I'm gonna say 3 words to you: Lenora Brazel Rockwell. If you know those 3 words, you are as together as you will be in your life right about now, because that woman is like, seriously. She was, and you know who she was, but you never had her. But she was you, in that she told us what it was going to be, and she didn't play. That's right. That was it. We knew that if she said it was it. She told us when we first got there that nobody was going to pass this class. There was no. She said, I haven't given an A since I started teaching. Yeah, so that type of thing is something that we are missing now.
We had Dr. Otero.
Oh yeah.
He didn't play.
Oh, Omar?
Mr. Otero didn't play no games.
No, none
He was
whatsoever.
about this tall, but he was powerful.
Mr. Howard.
Mr. Howard didn't mess around. So Mr. Clemens didn't mess around. We had a lot of teachers who didn't mess around.
Yeah, they were very. They took our education very serious. Miss Caldwell.
Yeah, so it's a pressure game with education.
It is.
Because it's not just about book learning, it's about life. I'm preparing these children for something other than what this book says. Mm-hmm. And I have to give a little bit of myself into each one of the children. And if you get a little bit of me, it's going to cost you. Wow. If I got to put something of me personally into you, it's going to cost you. You got to pay for what I am. I can't give you what I am for free because you don't respect me. But if I give you what I am at a cost, and I put pressure on you, and you accept it, you won't forget me.
I need y'all to write this down. Like for real, I need y'all to write this down.
Different situations in my life ain't got nothing to do with school.
You can't give it away for free.
Wow. I'm a little stuck right now. Like for real.
Let's think about the price. You can't give that away for free. There's a price, not a monetary price, but there's a spiritual price. There's a respectful price. There's a pressure price. There's a learning price. There's an exchange for what I put into you of my own personal volition. And you're going to pay me back in full. Mm-hmm. And I demand it. And that's just how I rock.
Now, what's the highest grade you've ever taught?
I taught 7th grade.
And you like to keep it at the...
It don't matter. Kids don't do what I tell them to do. It don't matter. 7th grade is more social emotion. Do this girl like me? What do I do with this hard on? I was trying to sell some drugs. 7th graders, they're getting into that area of, I can teach you from a real standpoint now. This is not the way you talk to that young lady. Oh, this is how you handle it when somebody disrespects you. Slow down, sit down, and talk, and you heard what I said. Mm-hmm. And now we can learn some math, some science, some social studies. Later for that, we're going to learn some of this because this is what you need tomorrow when you come in my classroom. Mm-hmm. You got to definitely take them off. You got to take them from the books to the real world, relate it to the books, relate it to the real world, put the books away. Now, this is what you really need to know. And 7th graders, they're receptive. Exciting when they can relate to it. If they can't relate to what you're saying, they're not going to get it. 7th graders have to relate to you as a human being, as a teacher. If you just open the book and say, page 12, George Washington cut down the cherry tree, how that's going to help me? And I got to go to Princeton where projects was up. How that's going to help me on Hawthorne Avenue when I need to put this money together with a slice of pizza? How that's going to help me when mother's an alcoholic and she go with a guy who I don't like? You got to be able to relate these life experiences to what these children say. And that's what education is. Relating what you say to their life and helping them have an experience. That's what education is. Education isn't in the books.
Right.
That's the last place you can go in education is in a book.
So what? Well, I answered my own question in my head, but there was something that you said a moment ago, and we were supposed to have a guest. I'm not sure if she's going to make it. We were supposed to.
We got it.
To show, yeah, we're supposed to do 2 different topics actually. Well, not 2 different topics. We were going to switch gears, and that's what we're kind of going to do. We're going to not switch totally, but move into a different part of something that you encounter in school, and that's
Goddamn right you are.
Because you know why?
Go ahead.
I know we're speaking about education, but I'm relating a lot of what we say to life in general as we should. When you say the seventh grader is receptive, that's the child I want. That's the child I want to talk to about drugs, about gangs, about sexuality, about the traumas in life. Because once they get to high school and we come to them and we want to be their mentors and we want to put on programs and tell them don't do this and don't do that, they're already done. The mind is done, it's closed, and it's full of whatever we don't want them to have. So when you're saying that the seventh grader, I was stuck with that, the seventh grader that's the developmental age where they can start getting, like you said, that reality from that fantasy. I'm just thinking of all the things we need to pour into them at seventh grade, all the things they need to know, life-wise, relationship, books-wise. Seventh grade is kind of like the key year for me, and hearing you say it was just a yeah.
Shout out to Lakeisha Jefferson, Bruce Davis, DJ Raheem again, and somebody else.
The doc said you don't want to distract us from.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Doc, you're not.
You're a part of the show.
You're not a
It's cool.
distraction.
We thank
I
you.
want some of that. I want some of that spiritual psychology, Doc.
Yeah, you gonna make me go to the. I'm gonna be googling all
It
night.
sound like some fly shit.
Yeah,
So like,
for real.
where's the doctor and when can we get him up there? That's what it sounds like.
Sound like I can make some money. Don't have to do
Or
that.
we, I'm always about going out on the road.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna.
Letitia Crawford done joined it. She joined yours or mine?
Yours.
How she joined mine and I shared yours? 'Cause I got the doc comments on mine. Tisha, what's
So
up?
maybe mine is taking a minute.
I told the volume down. You can still hear me though, right? Through yours,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Drugs in school. We were talking with a couple of. We had Dr. Cooper come, and we had Ariba come. That's who we were waiting for because I wanted to talk. I wanted to kind of get you guys together to try to get answers about what to do. There's a look on your face that tells me there's an interesting situation or answer or response coming.
I always tell kids, don't do drugs without me. Meaning that, come and talk to me about it. Don't just do the drugs. Come talk to me about it.
Okay.
Let me give you the benefit of what I understand about how this is going to affect you later. Don't do drugs without me. If you're going to do it, let me give you an education and show you what you're up against. And we can definitely take this out the classroom to the streets, and I will show you what you're up against. Now, if you're willing to buy into that, take all the drugs you like. My mother always told me you can do anything you want if you can take the ass whooping. So if you can take the ass whooping that these drugs are going to put on you, your family, your livelihood, your education, everything that you have that's so great about you, these drugs it's not going to improve it. But if you could pay the price, you can take all the drugs you want. However, if you come into my classroom, I still expect you to function 100%, or we're going to have a disagreement. So the pressure doesn't stop because you think that you did some kind of hallucinogenic. I'm still going to be on your back, in your face, and in your behind. Now, can you do these drugs and have everything that come with it? Make your decision as a person. But if you can't do it, slow down and knock it off. That's what I try to tell children about drugs.
Young kids you come across. I'm sorry.
Sixth grade.
I
I had a sixth grade pill popper.
11. That's 11, 12 years old.
12 years old. Pill popper. And I would definitely, I could tell what because you go into that up or down thing. She would take three on three. That's 6 pills. 3 to get you up, 3 to bring you down. And I used to talk to him, and actually, I had to take him in the gym and straighten him out, once or twice, because allegedly, because those drugs had him, understanding who he was talking to. And once I straightened him out once or twice, and we worked on our, respect model, it actually to the point where he wouldn't do the drugs around me, or if he knew he was going to see me. Now I want to take that, not doing the drugs around me if you want to see me, to not doing the drugs because other people will see you, your mother, your father, your grandfather, your girlfriend, your friends. Have that same respect for me that you can have it for yourself. Leave it alone until you're old enough to understand what it comes to. It's not healthy. It's healthy. Look at the disagreements we've had that you lost. It gets worse if you're dealing with the police. And once that child understood, it didn't go cold turkey, but it took a couple of months to where I never saw those symptoms in the child around me, but I would see those symptoms in the child at the bus stop. So get it to the point where you don't do it around me. If you cannot do it around me, you cannot do it. And that's
Speaking of not doing it, can we talk a little bit about clearly a faculty had a relationship with this child. What do you know about this 6th grader or this 7th grader that made or allowed or contributed to a pill popping 6th grader? Because I'm aware, and as many people probably will show when we talk a lot about these things, I know how young his son is. I know how we as parents and society, we go, oh, kids don't have sex till 18 and they don't do drugs until whatever. I know how young and where, but can you talk a little bit about what it was or where this sixth grader was that took them to a place where Papa Pills was on that?
Well, see, that's the part I don't know because when I met him, he was a sixth grader. So I didn't meet him previously as a fourth grader. I know this young man, he was already a fourth grade, sixth grader.
Did you ask him?
No, I didn't ask him because I understand what it is. It's the neighborhood, it's the environment.
It's the PTSD that we
It's
know
the
about.
need, it's the need to want to be, because see, the thing I understood about this young man is he wanted to be something he wasn't. And when I was a young man, I wanted to be something I wasn't. So in the interim of being something you're not, you do things that's not you. You know, I wanted to be something I wasn't to attract females. He wanted to be something he wasn't to be cool. And then when he found those drugs was giving him that feeling he liked, he wasn't understanding what the cost was.
I want to read this comment real quick from Dr. Howard. He says, "Hey, I raised my children at 260 Prince Street, 9G. Hard, yet it was real, and I was an elementary school dropout at the time. Yet the lessons were priceless. You can't get no better story that you can do it than that. Because he didn't even he put all of his degrees in there, and he has all of them. And at the time, he didn't even have an elementary school education.
So somebody had to encourage him. Somebody had to
Even if it was himself or something.
No, you see, you don't encourage yourself. Somebody
Say that.
you don't encourage yourself. Other people encourage you. You see something, you hear something. The words that somebody gave you come to you. You see a point where your friends are no longer around. It gets hopeless. And then you understand what you was taught. And that's when you get on your horse.
Wow.
You don't just wake up one day and say, hey, what happens is the education that everybody put into you, it kicks in.
What is it? The verse in the Bible that says if you raise a child in the way he should go, they will not depart. Yeah. No true words. I was actually, that's been a recurring theme lately for me. No matter what, if you instill it in a child when they're young, even if they depart from it for a little while, they're going to come back to it.
Yeah, they have to. This is all they know.
I'm sorry, go ahead, baby. But I'm gonna call you tomorrow because I need to do that in this.
All right, take care, Mama.
What's up, Veronica Harris? Peace, Shakira Riley.
Veronica, what's up, Mama?
Ellis, Champ Moon. What's up to everybody? Thank y'all for coming through. Share the video. We're still talking to my man, the scumbag. He is laying it down thicker than I have ever. Like usually, me and you just like sit and like crack up and.
I think I know what it is.
What happened?
Just another perspective and something that comes along with the female energy. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, is that what it
Yeah,
was?
yeah, that's all it is.
That could, you know what? Actually, that could be it too.
I think that's what it is.
Because usually when it's
I'm 33% sure
Usually-
of it. 33 like that. You ain't get the 50 yet.
if you're just joining us, y'all got to watch the video from the beginning to get there. It's worth it. It's worth it. Like trust me, it's worth it. But yeah, hey Veronica, I love you. I miss you.
See, what do you say? One person, you right.
Person, you are right.
I told you, you was somebody's spark.
Yeah, that's all it
Just
takes.
wake up and become the doc.
So you have to. That means you know what that means. That you know what that says to me that you have to listen to everybody. You don't know where your inspiration is going to come from. You don't know where you're going to hear that one thing that's going to make you turn into the you that you should be.
I mean, think about it. Think about when you're alone. You know, sometimes when I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall in the back of my mind. Think about what I'm saying to you.
No, but I was thinking that album was up here, like, for real. I'm telling you.
LL Cool J, he gave y'all the game. Think about what he said.
It's either him
Oh, there we go.
Right
there.
That's
I
right. The album is unbad.
Now, but no, but it's either him or it's at the,
It's a
the
bad
Eagle
album.
Wood station. You had that record on the one.
You did.
It was up. I
That's
know
what
it
I'm
was.
saying. No, I saw it.
I'm telling you, LL gave you the game. When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call. That's what makes you do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do what you're supposed to do. Your conscience call. And who's your conscience? Your mother, your father, your grandfather, the wino down the street, scumbag Steve giving you the game, devious Ahmad, people who say, hey, you know you're better than that. That's when your conscience call. LL gave you the game, y'all didn't listen to it. I'm trying to tell you, but listen.
Yeah. See, y'all old enough. Y'all don't even. Y'all don't know. That's crazy. did 22. How many y'all gotta have?
25, but I gotta have 22 in where I'm at. So I got 22 combined
all over the place.
I don't have 22 in one spot.
You gotta have 22 in one spot.
Yeah, you got 25 in one spot. Yeah, gotta have 25 in one spot. Now, if I could have got somewhere and stayed, I'd have had 3 more years and I could have did something else.
Okay. Okay.
So I gotta keep grinding.
So what's new? We gonna finish up talking about you. What's new with Steve? What do you have? What do you want to do next? What's your next project that you're working on? Because I know you're working on something.
Honestly, I'm working on. I'm actually working on losing weight. I lost 16 pounds.
Okay.
And I'm still cop diesel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm also working on being a better person. I gotta get my shit together. I gotta become a better person, man. I'm out here. I just can't keep doing everything I've been doing because, you know, I'm getting tired. You know what I'm saying? I've been traveling this road a long time. You know, I've achieved a lot, you know, so I definitely got to take the scumbag to the next level, you know what I'm saying? And just make myself a better polished individual.
A better scumbag.
Scumbag 2.0.
I would have never phrased it like that, but
Yeah, so
I've
had a long road.
I know how it is to want to be the best you that you can be.
Yeah, it's been a long road. I took a lot of bumps and bruises. You know what I'm saying? What Teddy say? You've been feeling all the pains, the bumps and bruises of a 3-time loser, right?
Oh wow, yeah.
So I took a lot of losses. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time for me to take those losses, learn from them, and gain. Because you know, my mother said I can do whatever I want, as long as I can take the ass whooping.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been taking the ass whooping. I'm not gonna lie. I've taken the ass whooping. So it was I had a lot of fun. What else for the show? You know, say maybe sell some products, talk a little bit of shit, inspire the youth, find me a woman, make some kids. You know, the whole 9. You know, ride off into the sunset.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What's your product line?
Oh, I'm coming out with Scum Gear. It's just a T-shirt that says scumbag in bubble letters. You know what I'm saying? A little hat that says scumbag on it.
I know that's right. You gotta do that.
People get offended by scumbag, so you know I'm trying to think of something else that's more inspiring. I just like scumbag, because I just like how that feels and how it rolls off the tongue. You know what I'm saying? And a nice little shirt with bubble letters. You know, some nice colors for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Scumbag.
Yeah, make sure you do the lady tee.
What did
Scumbag product.
on my page? What did Malik say? In order to gain, you have to lose. Exactly.
That was Van Casey said. That Van Casey said you got to lose to win again. Y'all want people.
I lost. I've taken a lot of L's.
Shout out to Stacey. Stacey said
But
you
you
got to
know-
lose to win again.
But you know the power of perseverance. People like us, we can take an L and make it look like a victory.
Mm.
We can take an L and look like it was easy taking that L. It's not easy taking those L's. We just make it look good. So, you know, we don't take them L's and ball up and cry.
No.
We take those L's and say, you know what, that's all you got.
And go look for another.
And I look for another L.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got.
Yeah, we got to.
And before you know it, people will look at you and say, I admire this motherfucker.
Because they kept going at
He
least.
kept going.
Like
You
a
got
captain.
Goddamn right.
You got to. So what's your next, you got the Scumbag gear coming up.
Yeah.
Your show is moving into what, 4th season?
Fourth season.
4th season.
4th season of Scumbag Chronicles.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Make sure it's Wednesdays, 8 p.m., 8 Squad
One of
Rebel
the biggest
Radio.
supporters of my show. Right
Listen, we can't. It takes nothing away from me to support this brother right here, and he has good content. Like my nieces and nephews, because I'm their uncle, they don't watch my show because they know that I do some things that they would be embarrassed to watch me say and do.
Now,
But they watched. L stands for learning what you. I know that's right. But they watch. Like my nephew watches you. Like he tunes into you regularly. One of my older nephews.
tell your nephew I said
Straight up TV, like I see him sharing your video and everything. I
Tell your
feel like,
nephew I said
oh wow, that's what's up. But just the fact that I think he saw me share your video, but like that's what I'm saying. That's how it goes, and that's why we ask you guys to share the videos. You never know if somebody like my nephew's in his 20s. I never thought that any of the content that we created would appeal to them at all.
And, you know, and it does appeal to them. I'm gonna tell you something. It's not too much hard hitting content. It's a lot of whack, soft shit content out there. You know, people getting on they get on the internet. They got a show and they scared to say it.
Yeah.
They want to tiptoe around it. Like Oprah Winfrey is a social climber. I'm not scared to say it, even though she got the power to destroy whatever I want to do. She can't destroy me personally.
No, she don't.
She's a social climber.
She doesn't have the power to destroy anything you're doing because she didn't have the power to create.
I like what you're saying, but if Oprah throw some money down and say, put the brakes on that show. The brakes was put on that show.
If you did it to me, I'm
Real
gonna
quick.
do it to you.
She paid me.
I'll be like,
Brakes
fuck
on
y'all,
the
but
show.
close this.
So what I'm trying to say is, it's just my show, your show. We wouldn't have the support of the viewers who believe in us, the support of the people who understand what we're trying to do, and we need a show for real people sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I can't watch those shows on TV because they're scared to say things, and they can't say certain things, and they can't touch a topic because they're afraid to offend somebody. If I offend you with the truth, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna come at you with a lie. I'm gonna hurt you with the
I'm
truth.
gonna offend you with the truth because when people tell me the truth, they don't care that I don't like it.
For real.
You
And
know?
I prefer it to anything else.
Yeah.
Seriously. So, what is your summer looking like? You got interviews and stuff lined up for the summer?
Yeah, I got some things in it. So hopefully you come through. All summer long, I'll be lifting weights. I'm gonna lift weights and wear bikini thong underwear. So we're gonna have a good time. I'm going to the beach with a bikini thong on.
And the scumbag hat.
Huh? No, what do men wear? What is that called?
It's
not
all the
bikini
way
thong.
on Bermuda.
No, it's
The jock.
the skivvies that they wear.
Oh, you like
He was right.
Speedos. That's what they wear. Speedos.
He had me terrified
Yeah,
for like
not a
three
bikini thong, Speedos.
3 whole seconds. I was terrified. Like, what the?
But we're gonna just have some fun with this. I'm trying to get some some celebrities that's on, I got some old school rappers that I'm trying to get to come up. I got some
Drop the name.
no, because you might steal it from me. She's trying to steal my content.
I'm a lot of things. I think that they want.
I'm a thief, I'm steal. I'm like a Puerto Rican, I steal.
I ain't even
You know how they do.
Steal.
Puerto Ricans steal. Trust me.
They must be so good at it that I ain't never caught them because I ain't even know that.
Nunu, and there was some other Latinos in here. I apologize.
Ask them if they steal.
The views, how do you say, the views expressed by scumbag are not necessarily the views expressed or not necessarily the views of GS Radio. And it's just stuff. But anyway,
LP. They steal. No, they steal. LP folk.
I don't know how this happened.
But like I said, over the summer, I'm trying to stay alive. Yeah, LP folk. Trying to stay alive. Lift weights. I want to walk with you guys in the park.
Oh yeah? We're probably going, you go before or after. Like doing that.
When the summertime hit, I hit the park. I like to actually work out in the park because it's refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen you in the park many times working out. We bumped into each other, you know what I'm saying? Go out there, look nice, get sharp, get that fresh air, get some fruits and vegetables and go home after that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely looking forward to working out with you guys because the page sounds serious, but everybody's full of shit.
Because you know why? It's mostly women.
I
That's
like
why.
women.
So you, yeah.
That's why I pay full shit because most women.
No, no, listen, not that.
Bro.
Listen. This is what I'm saying. A lot of the women who have asked about losing weight and stuff like that. What I did was, for those of you, and I think I mentioned it, but if you're just in this for the first time, mention it again. There's a group on Facebook called Week Weight Walkers hashtag. Sorry. That's because when I was little, it was a pound sign.
Yeah.
Now it's a hashtag, so it became hashtag in my
I
head.
like that.
But anyway, so the hashtag is tight ass because that was one of the things that somebody else created for the Week Weight Park. When you do the location thing, like when you say where you are, that's where that came from. I didn't create that. Contrary to popular belief, that was not my idea. I just used it. But anyway, so I created that on Facebook because a lot of people asked me what I was doing to lose weight. Created the group. There are a lot of women who want to go. They say they want to go, then they don't show up.
That's why they feel
And I don't understand what it is.
Yes, you
Yeah,
do.
and look at her. She's laughing because I added her to the group. Look at it. I added her to the group, and it's always, yeah, where you going? I'm coming out to walk with you guys. I need to get out there. And I'm like, yeah, y'all like the only busy ones? It don't matter. That's what the group is for you to put in there what time you're available and see and ask, is there anybody else who can walk at this time? I don't want to walk by myself. That's why I created the group, so that people don't have to walk by themselves. I didn't put it in there to say that I'm going to be there at this time. Meet me there. Yeah, no, because it's whenever I get a chance. So again, for you guys, for those of you who would like to, Weekway Park in Newark, off the Meeker Avenue entrance. Come in, come around to the playground is where I usually ask everybody to meet. You see this bullshit over there?
What?
I'm sitting here trying to do a show. I don't know what the happening over there.
Something about walking.
Can we all talk about walking together? Can we be all in together now? How you like
said,
the weather now?
I
Can
said,
we do
would you
that?
walk with me? She said,
Okay, so we walking together. We all walking together.
No, we not, because you ain't
Oh,
told
see,
what
that's that
time you
bullshit.
walk.
See, I knew it was something. They was over there conspiring. That's what it was. That's that
Where you
bullshit
walking?
right there.
You gonna walk?
I'm walking whenever y'all fucking walking. That's what I'm walking. Whenever y'all get there.
Mama, top of the world. Retired people's behavior with devious. I want to ride, goddammit. Look at this beautiful black woman I got next to me. Hips, lips, and fingertips.
And education. I got student loans, y'all. I'm smarter than that.
Sean thinks she completely was
She got on these blue spandex pants. I'm telling you, I'm 44% erect.
She was 33 at the beginning of the show.
44%. 44% erect.
I need space. So,
Working on 45.
what we are going to do now we gonna get ready to. I want to thank everybody for
We
coming.
gotta wrap it up.
Yeah, we gonna wrap it up.
We
Real
go so fast when I'm with you.
It really do because we have so much fun.
I want to say something. Thank you for
And I
having me.
want you to.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Second time I'm on this show. Thank you for having me, Devious Amount. I respect you. You're my hero. Tony Champagne. You know what I'm saying? I always talk shit to you on the internet. And
That's why you pulled up like that. Yo,
shit to you. And she getting her feelings too.
she got when they pulled up. Steven in the front, Tanya in the back with a U-Haul trailer on the back of her truck, sticking out into the street, going, if he will move, I can get into the space. And I'm sitting there like, does she know him? Like, she just like straight yelling out the window.
Cussing me out.
So he gets out the car. He's like, what's going on? Could you move your car? And he looks at it and goes, hell no. And turned around and walked out. I'm like, wait. I didn't even introduce them. What happened? I don't know. But I forgot, yeah, they know
Well,
each other. They be
congratulations
doing all
on
that
your
stuff.
venture. I know you're going down south to do great things.
Yes.
Salute. You're going to be down there with them hillbillies, getting it in, have a good time. And I'm jealous. What part, where you moving to? Okay, North Carolina.
I hear that, boss.
I like that.
The North Carolina part. You're not gonna pop up on old girl. Bitch, you moving to Rocky now.
Oh, there's a lot of Geechees down there. So go down there and eat some rice and have a good time.
Racial slur, you know,
Some right?
The
People
Geechees
like
like
rice.
eat rice.
I'm
What
like-
is Geechee? That's like Louisiana, like the French
Yeah, the Geechees.
type of.
But
It's
congratulations.
Japan. They used to call the Japanese geechee because it's they make rice in the rice paddy. So we got that pretty from all the way.
Are you serious?
Yes,
That's what.
Google it. Mhm.
She's intelligent.
I'm telling you, I got
45%
student
of that.
loans. Anybody want to contact me, connect on the house.
I'm up to 45%.
Keep going up percentages. This is scary. John Moreland, what's up? Thank you for joining us. Now, real quick, and Margaret. Oh, hey, Margaret Grace. How are you? She sings one of your favorite club songs. We'll get to that a little
I
after the
love it when
show.
I meet people who sing my
She
favorite.
sing your favorite club songs.
What's
Yeah.
that song?
Is it My Joy? I think it's My Joy.
Hey, Margaret Grace.
I'll look it up in a minute. I know I did an introduction for her.
I like
down
to
at
dance in
the
club
party.
music. That's the only time you can get up on some booty.
How come you don't come to the? I be inviting you to the parties all the
You
time.
can get on bus down Tatiana.
Listen, 15 years.
And dance.
So fit, you don't have to.
No, y'all be dancing. Y'all put the powder on the floor. Y'all be on the floor looking like a spider. With a kick. Y'all be dancing. And I can't get in there and just go side to side when y'all really dancing. Yeah, they do the spider in there. And I'm like, okay, I can't dance that good to get out there with these guys. These guys are professionals.
You gotta start with the mosquito.
You're right. The way you guys dance, when we come to that party, you do. Eat.
Yeah,
No, I'm not happy to show
I'm saying. Do we got food and shit that they
Give
have?
me a nice little plate of pig feet.
Listen, I've been trying to tell you, and that's really what I wanted to tell y'all too before we get out of here. Humble Beginnings every second Saturday, Montclair, New Jersey. It's 30 Maple Avenue in Montclair. You do not want to miss this party. This party, you get a full meal at this party. You get usually there's lasagna, baked macaroni and cheese, at least 2 kinds of chicken, 2 kinds of meatballs, yellow rice, collard greens. You really need to come to this party. It's $20 all you can eat and drink. Your drinks are included. I've been trying to get you to this party.
Everything.
I've been trying to get you to
When is
this
the
party.
next one?
It's every second Saturday of the month, regardless of what day that is.
So we coming up
Second
on the
Saturday.
we coming up on
We
the
just
third
passed one.
Saturday.
Yeah, we just fast.
We gotta go. We going to the next.
And if
So we
you
got
go
so
to,
it's in July now. Then.
yeah, the next one is in July. That's a market. Put it in your damn calendar, man.
You gonna be here? I'll be here. I'm gonna dance with you.
Listen, I'm telling you, you do not. And the other thing about this party is, if you want to celebrate your birthday, like if you have a birthday coming up, all you do is hit one of the promoters for the party. Let them know. They'll put your name on the cake. You invite your friends. Tell them to come to the party. You get in free that night. Let your friends pay at the door. That's how we pay for everything, for the food and shit. For y'all, to eat and drink all night for free. Well, not $20 rather.
Pay the $20.
Yeah, it's so worth it. We got 3 DJs. It's bananas. Positive Hero Space Elevation. Thank you so much, Dr. Howard. We thank you for coming through. Just Blaze. My man Sweetness Jones is in the room. Tia Dargan Johnson, much love. You know I love you. You know I love you. Veronica Harris, of course. Shakira, we will schedule you to come back. I think you need to come to the party. I think I'm going to tell you to come to the party.
I get drunk.
What? And then you can do the sign up.
Listen, there's a couple of drinks you got to be careful for. The pink panties and the humble punch.
Pink panties and humble punch.
Yeah, the humble punch will humble you.
Okay.
And then what happens?
I've seen people who thought that they was sitting down in a chair. It was no chair.
So I'm scared if I get drunk, somebody might take advantage of me.
No. We have security for that. And okay, I mean, y'all handle that. I'm gonna turn back to y'all. Excuse me. So every second Saturday of the month is Humble Beginners, 30 Maple Avenue. It's not a party that you want to miss. Please come through. That party also. No, I think that's it. That's all I'm doing for now. But for all you women, this is my final thing before we get out of here. For all the women out there, I said something earlier, and I honestly mean it. If you are in a situation where you are raising your children and you don't feel like you have enough to give them, you don't feel like you are well-rounded enough an individual, and I know that takes a lot of introspection. A lot of people can't even get to that point. But if you are one of those fortunate individuals who see that you need some help, there is an organization called She Is. It's a newly formed organization. It's a great organization for you to get into on the ground and help build something, but it's also a sisterhood of women who are learning from each other and teaching each other. They're a group of resources is what they are.
It's a new village.
It's basic. Yeah, thank you. It's basically a new village. And if you need that new village, you need to reach out, look for it on Facebook, sheis.org, on Facebook or on Instagram, and get help with your village, because it does not just affect you, it affects your children. And when it affects your children go to school and it affects other children. And those other children have a teacher who it then affects. And that teacher has a boss. And it's a trickle-down effect.
If it affect me, it's a penalty.
And you don't want to, y'all know if y'all ready for
Children
these
can't pay.
penalties.
Everybody know that you will be in charge of out leaving for good on Monday.
Yeah.
And you will be in charge of.
I didn't want
Wait.
He doesn't know how to say that.
Wait, you've been gifted a whole station? This man is my hero. He's gonna have a whole station, his own station. Devious Ahmad. Congratulations.
After having put in the work, the dedication,
The whole station.
He has been, I will take this role from here. I want to send out a huge congratulations, and I want to say God bless, because I don't want to say that he was gifted a station. I want to believe that he earned it, and that Tanya is trusting him with her baby, and he earned that position. Working with us, talking to us, doing the things he does. So if you can't give yourself these flowers, brother, please accept our humblest like that. Congratulations, and I say to you, brother, because you have earned everything that you
Give it up to this black woman here.
for her way
Oh
to do
my
it.
God, yes. We gonna wish her much love and success
This is the franchise,
in
bro.
North Carolina. She's going ahead and start another station, so don't sleep.
That's the
Because it's about to happen.
The marathon continues.
So we'll still look for new content from
She
Gia.
made it happen.
Yep.
Black woman. Black woman. Made it happen.
Listen, and there's something I've said this on previous shows. I don't think I've said it this season. And this is why I love my cipher, because everybody in my cipher is not just a boss in their own right, but because I don't have to leave my circle to get anything. This woman not only runs her own business, has her own station. She's a certified mechanic. She's a certified couple of other things. Mechanic. Not even all 5 foot. What? One and
I'm 4'11".
4'11". All 4'11".
Now you 5'1" now, baby girl. You
To go and swerve your car like I'm really amazed a lot of times, and I'm humbled that people trust me with this amount of responsibility and this amount of their lives. You know what I'm saying? And just the fact that these type of people have this much going on and still allow me to be here is a great honor. So thank you
Thank you.
for everything. Thank you for trusting me
Get a shit.
And thank
all
you
day.
for, I'm gonna jump in one more time. I like to tell this with people. I know that this move is personal and professional. I know that this is the franchise, the second GS radio. I won't say this, I don't know, but and I appreciate you taking us with you. I know it's on your back. I know our city and the love that you have for us is in that U-Haul. And I also know that the North Carolina stop is only the next stop on the Champagne train. So I appreciate being able to work with you. You cannot know what I've been able to learn just by looking at you. So I appreciate everything. And I'm so excited for everything that you got going on. Like, I personally know a woman that has 2 pictures. Like, that's so dope. And she's
Right.
from my city. She looks like me. She speaks like this is what Newark young girls can look up to. You can have a station in your city and then take it to another place. Like, that's so dope to me.
We all need to look up to this. Anybody who's doing it like us, I'm still gonna talk shit to you.
Yeah, me too. You know,
Yeah.
we gonna talk.
But I respect you and I salute you, goddamn it.
But you need to get the first SCUMBAG t-shirt.
I'll send her one.
Right.
I'll send her one.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Oh my
But you can
goodness.
roll it up.
I'll be looking for it.
Early. That's what's up,
I
boy.
got some fire for that. If you got merch already.
This is
I
very, very.
should get you better quality, better price.
Say that there? Okay, so we go ahead and wrap this up. I want to thank to Dr. Howard, I say to you, I thank you. Thank you, cousin, for the congratulations. Letitia Malone, thank you for coming through. Everybody who joined us, again, if you see this video for the first time, we thank you. Share the fucking video. If this is not your first time and you are one of our weekly viewers, share the fucking video. And if you're one of those people out there that, you know, there's a lot of people out there that we walk. I want to see some we talk. Otherwise, take that shit that we hawking. This is no. We out.
Thank you.
Like that, somebody with still picture, right?
I was thinking it would be. That's why I kept the poll.
Oh, yeah.
Man, this is a great show. Man. I like